Hello, welcome back to Roy's the Boy. Today, now what I did today, I went and bought a Hayter Hawk mower. I got it on Facebook for £20. About 10 mile drive from where I am. They said it was it had a hole in the primer bulb, but when I got there, I couldn't find any holes or splits. But there is a hole in the primer bulb. It's one that's meant to be there in the first place. So let's go and have a look at it and see if I can get it to work. Right, okay, this is the little one we got, a little Hayter. At the front, it's in extremely good condition. I have to say, the deck. What I might do is just give this a spray up as well, that and that, to make it a little bit better. And the only scratches there is on it is there. I mean, even on the other side, really, there's hardly anything. Good thing about it is the height of deck, height adjustment works, no problem whatsoever. That's the best I've ever seen one which I've got in. So yeah, anyway, the primer bulb, right on there, see there's a little hole there, but it's meant to be there, and I can't see anything. The other thing I had noticed, it hasn't got no throttle cable, so it's going to have to have a manual choke on it, so because it's not automatic. But we'll see. Let's put some fuel in it and see if it runs up. Right, what I think I'll we'll do first is let's check the oil as well. I haven't checked that whatsoever. So, well, it's reasonably clear, but it's overfilled. So let's go and take some of that out before I put the fuel in, and let's just see if it works. I'll stick that into there. Normally what you should do really is run these engines up. It makes the oil a bit softer. I will give it an oil change, I should say. Won't need too much out, I don't think. Right, we'll see how that is. Oops. Ouch. That's still a lot there. Right, so I'm going to take this out, what I've got to do out, and then I'll come back to you. Right, whilst I'm waiting for that oil to come out, what I'll do is, just in case there's too much oil in it, is just check the spark plug on it. Oh, look at the state of that. That is cagged up. Yeah, that's no good. So we'll put a new one in, and that should help it. Alright, on these ones, for these machines, these are 30 thou, so what we'll do is just check that. So that's way over the top, so that it needs to come down a bit. So we just tap that down on the ground a bit. It's nearly there. Well, that ain't too bad really, that'll do. Yep, that's just sliding in nicely. Alright, so we'll put this back in. I would have normally put some fuel in there just to see if it fires up. But I want to see if this primer bulb is working first. Right, so that's a new new plug. Okay, let's put some fuel in it. I mean, I don't even know if it's got a leak, so right, that should be more than enough in there now. Right, as you can see, it's leaking. It's coming out of the top there. Yeah, it's coming out of the primer. That means the float is stuck inside and it's not shutting off, and that's why it's leaking out there. Right, okay, so what we do is we start just taking this off. Get the carburetor off. Right, well, this hasn't been serviced in a very, very long time. I don't think so. Yeah, look at the state. Well, that ain't too bad, considering. No, that ain't too bad, but look at the state of the carburetor. It ain't very good at all. Wow, that was on tight. Put those into there, and then this should just come off. Yeah, I mean, you've got fuel coming out of there as well, so the fuel is definitely coming out of the float. So it's going to be definitely going to be a carburetor problem, and it is quite a mess inside there. Right, I'm going to lose some of that. Let's get some. Let's get something to catch the fuel that's going to come out of there. Oh, it doesn't matter. It'll help clean it up. It's only a little bit there. It's not going to hurt the paintwork. Okay, so there's one. I'm just going to have to move the camera just a little bit. That's it. Just keep the bolts, and then what you do is just twist it off, and it's off. Right, okay, so what we do first, there is going to be some fuel coming out of here, but we'll undo this first. Let's get a little. Should have put a little bowl in here first. Let's put that into there like that. The fuel's coming out nice and clean. It's still tight though. It shouldn't be as tight as that. There we are. So let's have a look at the jet. First of all, it does look a bit blocked inside as well. There is a hole going through, but it should be a lot better, so we'll give that a clean out. We'll take the bowl out. Oh, that's tight. Should be able to knock that off. Well, look at the gunk in that. So that's not going to be doing that any good. Let's stick that in there for a minute, and even the float. So what we do is that's stuck in there as well. That's what's happened. Yeah, look, that is so gunked up that float is not moving whatsoever. So there is the problem. So hopefully we'll clean this carburetor up and put it back on, and that should be running as normal. Right, okay, so my ultrasonic cleaner has arrived. and I have used it. So what I did, I took the carburetor off again, and I've stuck it through the ultrasonic cleaner for about 20 minutes, and as you can see, it has really come up a treat. That has really come up nice and clean. So the reason why I think it was leaking again is because the needle seat on it was a bit worn, so the needle itself wasn't fitting into it. So I have ordered new ones. It does have Briggs and Stratton on it with Chinese writing as well, so they might be copies, but so I'll show you how to put these on. We'll take these out of here. Now the needle seats, you've got a little bit like that, which got the wriggly sort of grated lines inside it, and then on the other side it is nice and smooth. Now this is the way you have to put these in. Yeah, the grated line bits have to go down on the bottom, because on this the needle, what it does, it sits in there like that, and that's the way it shuts. So you must make sure that you put it down on the correct way. So what I do to put them in, I have just got this little like pin thing really, and all I do is I stick it in there like that, let it drop, and what you got to make sure, see, even inside there now, that is twisted, so I've just got to turn that, hopefully inside, just make sure that is the right way. Yes it is. And then I've got a punch, a centre punch. Well, it's not a centre punch, it's a flat punch, and then all I do is I get this punch, and then you just tap it down and push it in, and that's it. So when the needle seat goes into there like that, it will sit nice and flush. Quite simple. Right, okay, so there it is. There's no leaking on there whatsoever. I won't bother showing you how to put the cover back on, because it's just a reverse of the way I took it off. So I'm going to put that on. I've put the fuel in, and as you can see, it ain't leaking. So then I'll get it outside again, and then we'll see if we can start it. You saw it start up and run after a couple of pulls, which wasn't too bad, and it was sitting there running nicely. I will run it outside again afterwards, just to give it a little warm up, so I can give it an oil change. So that will be done on part 2 though. Also on part 2 I am going to be giving it a complete service underneath, sharpen the blade, balancing it. I'll be taking the recoil cover off, and also the carburetor and air filter cover off, and I'm going to spray these up as well. And I'll possibly might do spray the top handle as well, because that looks like a little bit rusty up there as well. So that's all there is from this video on this one. So if you did like it, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell down the bottom, and you'll be told when I'm doing part 2 as well. So until next time, I should say, cheerio.